There's a lot of anecdotal advice around on improving your marriage. But if you want something you can really use that will actually make a difference and reignite your marriage, check out the link in the description below.
The question, what are the hardest lessons you have learned in marriage? Answer by Leanne Heimerdinger. Saying I do is not an ending. Courtship leads to engagement, which offers a public declaration of love to one another in a wedding ceremony, after which, marriage has begun. Immediately after the I do, the couple is married. That kinda sounds like an ending, the end of a courtship, the end of the engagement, and the end of planning the spending of money. So, what happens next? It is the beginning of a lifelong commitment to the love of your life, as declared in the vows. It is not easy, it is not hard, it is a family that began with a marriage. This family needs to grow, nurture, and blossom. That's it. Action. Putting verbs into a marriage makes it a participation, a give and take, compromise. Answer by Steve Bell. Honestly, I didn't learn that much that was new. I had a pretty good idea what marriage entailed by going through pre-marriage counseling together and reading some good books on the subject. What I didn't learn though, was that doing the stuff I knew was right was harder than I thought it would be. We've been married now for 43 years. The hardest thing I learned was that I was responsible for her well-being. Earning an adequate income is a pretty basic requirement, but when you factor in that us guys are expected to provide leadership, including making some really hard decisions, well, the responsibility we have can be almost overwhelming. When you start having children, your responsibilities increase exponentially. Now, you are responsible for other souls than just yours and your wife's. Another critical lesson is the need to set up and stick to a budget. This is a simple discipline, but it is one that many people do not follow. Every marriage is different, but I'm confident that you too will discover what works for you. Answer by Bill Herman. Try to wait until you have a good portfolio, savings and investments, preferably over a 100K, possibly an extra 25 to 50K for a house down payment, and understand women in love drift towards both security and eventually money. Do all this after you have a very good career and have a very good prenup. Now, having said this, the main thing is most will never do this, so have at least a good job and some savings. Do your best not to start it in big debt, either one of you. The main lessons are, stay out of debt, say you love one another often and show it. Be yourselves and communicate about everything all the time, know what each of you like and do not like and be willing to compromise on important decisions. Do not wait until you're married, do it prior.